put in the work in the offseason and became that kind of receiver. So now you have Cedric Tillman, the work he put in, Jalen Hyatt. Now to Marlon's point, now you're showing that you can develop at the University of Tennessee and achieve big-time things. He just wanted to be the best slot in the country entering the year, which was lofty compared to what we had seen.
He became that.
He became the best wide receiver.
Yeah.
Look, she'll go a long way towards solidifying a starting job next year, but this is an awesome opportunity for him. I expect him to be good.
Yeah.
Here's Coach Heupel right now on his new QB1.
Rick Russo, Paige Dower, Vince Ferrara joining us with more. What do we have to be excited about in 2023, folks?
What they're losing in those two guys.
Yeah, you look at the depth chart, and we're wondering how it might look without Hyatt and Tillman. There's only 5 guys listed at those 3 wide receiver spots on the depth chart. The only backups are Chaz Nimrod and Walker Merrill to go with Bruce Squirrel and Ramel Keaton. So it's not a deep group. They needed to add there. They might still add in the transfer portal as well, but there's certainly opportunities for young wide receivers there. And also Nico, he threw a touchdown pass to Ramel Keaton in the first practice also. He was in one-on-ones. I mean, these guys not wasting any time making an impact. So cool that they get to practice so early on and do it at the bowl practice. I think they filled a lot of needs, and those guys have also showed out early with their physical ability and their want to learn.
Awesome, Vince. Well, I appreciate it. We've got a lot to look forward to in 2023. The excitement really just getting going.
Tennessee reaches 11 wins for the first time since 2001. The Tennessee Volunteers, the 2022 Orange Bowl champions. Alongside Jimmy Himes, I'm Vince Ferrara. Wow, what a performance by the Tennessee football team. A 31-14 win over the Clemson Tigers in a 6-7 matchup in this New Year's Six Bowl. A huge opportunity, Jimmy, for Tennessee to be able to close this incredible season, flirting with a college football playoff with a huge statement, and they did it against an elite program that is as talented as anyone in the country with their roster.
Well, they did.
Big John McCarthy. Legend, how are you?
What's up, you savage? You're on the animal. You're a savage. What more could you ask for?
That's right. Let's get after it. Beast mode then.
Do it.
On Showtime on pay-per-view. You're the man. Appreciate you, Big John.
Good talking to you, Vince, man. You take it easy.
Same here, you too. That is Big John McCarthy from Bellator on Showtime. I'm Vince Ferrara, 99.1, the sports animal. All-around great guy, Mr. Tom Luganville. Doodle Dad. I can't leave out Doodle Dad. Tom Luganville, how are you?
A triple doodle dad.
3.
Triple doodle dad. 3. 2 adult, 2 standard, and then 1 little mini. And I got to be honest with you, this is the first time we've embarked on the mini. Okay. And going forward, as dogs always continue to cross that rainbow bridge, we might go mini full time. This little one we got is a firecracker.
That's what I have. I only have 1. Daphne is a mini golden doodle.
Well, how old is she? Wait, how much does she weigh though? Because she looks bigger than a mini.
28 pounds.
All right, yeah. So ours is 29.
Yeah. It just perfect for home, apartment,
no
craziness. Yeah.
Car rides, all of it.
Yes. Awesome. So, all right, we got the important stuff out of the way, Tom.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Tennessee's season.
Man, I'm giving that team a 39. Well,
right.
Why are you giving them a 39? So we just punch each other chops the whole time.
Awesome. At Tom Luganville on Twitter. Tom, appreciate it, man. Merry Christmas, too, if we don't talk to you before then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Same to you. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. Tom Luganville from ESPN.
Coming to a close next weekend. Welcome in. I am Vince Ferrara alongside Madison Shipman. And what a performance. Kalen Arnold in the circle for Tennessee, a big one, back-to-back games.
Absolutely. After they lost game 1, 9-8, they really needed a strong pitching performance, and that's exactly what they got out of Kalen Arnold, not only yesterday, but again today.
Yeah, 7 strikeouts for Arnold, a big part of her success.
Welcome to Valor Fights 37. We're at Cleveland State Community College in Cleveland, Tennessee. I'm Vince Ferrara alongside Ben Sargent, Casey Oxendod. What a main event we've got for you here tonight. Shit, it starts next. Live on Flow Combat, we go to the cage, and our cage announcer all night long here at When Worlds Collide in Rome, Georgia. Let's go to Jennifer Oxendod.
Last couple things with you. We'll get to the Titans in a moment, but I want to quickly get your thoughts on how the Saints will use Alvin Kamara during Mark Ingram's suspension.
They'll use him similar to how they did before, Vince.
But they just got to be able to protect now. Without Brandon Kennedy, now you're moving Ryan Johnson to center. Who's your right guard? Is it Lockley or Carvin? So I think there's still things that they need to accomplish. Oh, by the way, find young players that might be able to contribute right now because, as you mentioned with the D-line before, practice isn't enough. You got to see game situations.
You also want to see aggression offensively. Like, I love the fact that Julian Phillips has been so aggressive in getting to the rim, and then, as Rick Barnes kind of pointed out, not seeking contact, but trying to score, and then the ability to score with that contact. It's just, he has been so impressive. He's the best freshman I think Rick Barnes has had at the University of Tennessee. So I want to see him be involved early and Tennessee get off to a good start. Jimmy Himes and I, we talked to all the players, and as you guys did too, but we asked them about a lot of the early enrollees, and the name that came up the most, other than Nico, of course, is Nathan Laycock, the wide receiver. And in fact, Ramel Keaton told me that he made a play on not only the first day of practice, it was the first rep in practice. It was a go route, and Laycock jumped over the defender and made a great catch on the very first rep of the first practice. So right away, and he said he's going to be very special. Other guys have mentioned him as well. So he's probably the guy, if you're looking for someone other than Nico to play early, and fans are going to want Nico to play early, that he might make an early impact. But there have been other impressive guys too.
Really well.
Well, one of the interesting things that Josh Heupel said in the post game, and all that content coming in 991thesportsanimal.com, and of course, John and Jimmy will have it on Sports Talk next week, is he said the future is freaky bright for Tennessee. And he was asked to clarify that, talked about, the recruiting and how the best is yet to come for a lot of guys on their roster. And that, for Tennessee fans to get to 11 wins in Josh Heupel's second season, win a New Year's Six Bowl, and have your coach say that the future is freaky bright, where's that going to put expectations for next year? Freaky high, right?
High, yeah.
I think that he will go also. He said 50-50, but I love the fact that he laid everything out there. That's
I respect that.
Including NIL.
Yeah,
let's just be honest.
Out there, yeah.
It is a factor. So he's a smart kid. I think he will impress in interviews if and when he decides to go. So, I kind of hear a little bit more second round than first from scouts I've talked to, but still, that can change as the process goes on. The star has been Joe Milton, but the star recruit and now signee is Nico Iamaleava, and he's been impressive. Joe Milton, Joey Halsley.
Yeah, and another part of the defense, I asked Josh Heupel about this in the postgame, was why did your defense play better? And one of the things he pointed to is we tackled better. We played leverage better. Yes. They're in the right position. They're good with their reads. He said they weren't perfect. The PIs, defensive PIs, he wasn't crazy about those, but they did a lot of things better. And Jimmy, in some games this year, they have played pretty good defense. It's just the ones that were bad, they were really bad. Yeah. That wasn't the case tonight at all.
And it seems like when you're bad, people remember that, right?
Right.
But they had
these bowl games mean nothing in terms of the success of a team the next year. What did the Music City Bowl do to hurt Tennessee this year, last year? Nothing. It meant nothing. And whether you win or whether you lose, it's not on the field. It's everything else that impacts the fans, recruiting. The big thing is they need to get better in the secondary, right? So getting healthy will help you in the bowl game, but then long term, you need to add more athleticism and speed. And Tim Banks talked about how they have done that. Guys that are long and twitchy. Latrell Bumpus talked about, man, these guys are long, they're big, and they're physical right out of the gate.
And as you know, Jimmy, they've beaten 3 of the last 4 national champions: Clemson, Alabama, and LSU. That'll wrap it up from Miami Gardens, Florida. Tennessee defeats Clemson 31-14. For Jimmy Himes, I'm Vince Ferrara. Thanks for watching. Have a happy and safe New Year, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.
He should have been there. Stetson Bennett was the candidate that they were looking for because everyone was poking a hole in everybody else. And then you're like, oh, the best team. He's had such a great year. It's not that Stetson Bennett wasn't a good player. It's that they were looking for an important player off of the best team.
Right.
And so that's what hurt Hendon Hooker.